This is a game setup for 4 players for Kosmium. At the beginning of the game, each player gets 1 pilot ID token, 1 ship, and 4 unique pieces of highway of that color. Also 300 minerals and 1 shells token. These are the mineral cards and the common pieces of highway from the bank supply. This is the common deck of playing cards from which players will draw cards to move their ship on the board. Players move their ship on these positions around the board, going only clockwise. The blue positions have no special ability. The white ones are part of the space stations, which are 6 around the board. On the corners on the board there are indigo circles, which are linked to wormholes. If a player starts his turn on a wormhole, he can teleport on any unoccupied wormhole. To build highways, a player must be in a space station. The inside of the board is made of 31 celestial bodies from around the solar system, having the sun in the middle. On each celestial body there is placed 1 energy cube that can be collected by players for victory points. Between the celestial's body there is a white hexagonal network. On this network, players can place common pieces of highway like this. For the red pilot, the goal of the game is to unite with a highway the planets with red. So it's Umbriel, Jupiter, and the Moon. On each space station there are placed 1 random blue and red ability with their price attached. And these are the components of a Kosmium game. Let's see how you move. Players will move their ships clockwise on these positions. If we land on a negative value, we have to pay those minerals from our supply to the bank. If we land on a positive, we gain those minerals from the bank. Now we're gonna play as red. We're gonna draw a card and only we're gonna look at it. We're going to look only at the hexagon with our color, red. And the number in it is the number of positions we should legally move. This means 3 on minus 50 minerals. We don't want to pay those minerals to the bank. A player can always bluff and try to move on any unoccupied position from 1 to 8. When moving, a player must ask for permission to move from the pilot placed behind him on the board, in this case, the green pilot. Red will ask like this: Green, can I move 1 on 60 minerals? Now the green pilot must answer in one of the 2 ways. OK, move. We will move, gain those minerals from the bank, and nobody will know if we lied. Or green can say bluff, and in that case we must show our card to everybody. They will see we lied, so we must move 3, and we're gonna pay from our supply to the green pilot the amount of minerals which is highest between the one we declared and the one on the card, ignoring any negative signs. So we're gonna pay 60 minerals from our supply to green. After bluff is called, we're gonna keep the card in hand anyways, for later use of the power. But if bluff was called and we didn't lie, let's say we indeed declare we want to move 3 on minus 50, we move there and we're gonna gain the amount from the bank and from the pilot accusing us, ignoring any negative signs. Again, we're gonna keep the card in hand to use the power later on in the game. And this is how you move in Kosmium. If you declared a move and you are accused of bluff, but you don't want to be accused, you really want to move over there for many reasons, you can use your shield token. You basically give the shield to the player accusing you, and you will act as bluff wasn't called. The shield token values 1 victory point at the end of the game. And now green can use any of his shields later on in the game. On a turn, a player must perform one of the two main actions. Either draw a card and move the ship around the board, or if the ship is located in a space station, he can build highway pieces, common or unique ones. Let's see how the building works. In a turn, maximum 2 pieces of highway can be placed. And let's go for red. The red pilot will initially want to unite Uriel with Jupiter. So he can place 2 common pieces of highway like this. He will pay 50 minerals for each to the bank. After placing highways, he can collect 1 energy cube for free, and this will give 1 victory point at the end of the game. On the next turn, the red pilot can continue to build highways, and, for example, he can blow up Uranus, pay 200 minerals, the price written on it, and he will place 2 unique pieces like this. He will automatically collect the cube from the blow up planet, and 1 as usual. On a later turn, he will continue to place pieces of highway, let's say like this. And now, red pilot has united 2 planets. He will continue, let's say, by blowing up Venus, collecting 2 cubes, and for the winning turn, he will place the last 2 common pieces like this, uniting the 3rd planet. In this point, red has triggered the game end, and everybody else will play 1 last turn, and then scoring will take place. A player's turn is made of 3 phases. You can see this on any card. For example, the teleport power can be used in either phase 1 or phase 3. So, in phase 1 you can use phase 1 powers or abilities if you have any. Also, in phase 1, if you are located on a wormhole, you can teleport to any unoccupied wormhole. Then you go to phase 2. This is the only mandatory action you must take each turn. You will either draw a card and move your ship, or if you are already located in a space station, you can build highways. Additionally, you can use phase 2 powers if you have any, or phase 2 abilities. Then you go to phase 3. If you are in a space station, you can collect 1 energy cube if you have a road built towards it. You can buy 1 ability token from that space station where you are. Also, you can use phase 3 powers and abilities if you have any and you want to use them. A player can have up to 4 cards in hand at the end of his turn. During the game, a player can use various powers. For example, swap places. You will swap the places of your ship with an opponent's, for you to gain a better position or maybe to put him in a bad one. There is also the shockwave power, which will move everybody's ship with 3 positions, and they will receive or pay the amount of minerals on which they landed on. Some cards have a pink number on the right side and some have a pink 0 on the left. At any point, a player can perform card fusion, unite them, and by discarding, you will get the amount of minerals written inside the pink hexagon, in this case, 50 minerals. If a player runs out of minerals at any point, he can perform card fusion, can sell any energy cubes for 30 minerals to the bank, or in extreme situations, he can sell one unique piece of highway to the bank, but he must later buy it back. This is how a board might look at the end of the game. A key rule for building highways is that on your highway you can use segments of maximum 4 consecutive white pieces. So red uses 2, then 2 reds, then another 2 whites, 2 reds and 2 whites. There is no problem if there is a bigger length of common pieces, but the red one isn't using those. For example, the purple player goes with his highway like this, and from here he has 1, 2, 3, 4 segments, and that's okay. Purple needs one more piece here to also complete his mission. Everybody can use the white pieces, but only the player who owns the colored ones can go through them. So if green pilot would be here, he couldn't build anywhere further than this point. When a pilot placed his last piece of highway and completing his mission this way, the game end is triggered and the rest of the players play one last turn. After that, scoring takes place and who has the most wins. Let's count the victory points for the red pilot. He completed his mission first, so he gets 12 points. Then he gets points from the abilities, 2 more, from the energy cubes up to maximum 7, so he gets 6 more points, and for every 100 minerals, 1 more point. The same goes for everybody, and whoever has most is the winner and the most prolific builder pilot in Kosmium.